So for those of you who know, this will be a recap. For those of you who are new, I want to tell you a little bit about myself and my company. So my company is Sunbowl Systems, and we were founded on the idea that everyone should be able to travel and work, especially in the digital sphere. Now, I started my company in 2010. Digital nomading wasn't even a term at that point, but the idea to be able to work from a beach, be able to do your work, go travel the world, see around, and not be stuck in a single office was always a main tenet of the business. Now, through that, I have developed a kit that I travel with. So this video, I'm not going to go into all of the stuff that's going around with being a digital nomad. We're going to talk about the actual tools, the tools that I use on a daily basis when I'm traveling and working. So I'm going to show you, this is my previous kit. This is the kit that I used to carry all my stuff in. Now, I've since upgraded the kit. The new kit looks like this. It's a little bit more refined, and I'm going to go through all of that in a moment. But let's start off with the previous kit that I have. Now, I want to tell you what things I liked about this kit. The thing I liked about this kit is it was double zippered, first of all. So you could open up one side, and then you could open up the other side, and you get lots of access. You can see it accordioned open. It was easy to find the things that you were looking for. It was lots of space, easy access, fun design, had a cool little cable thing on the outside. But some of the things that I didn't like about it were actually the things that made it so great. The things I didn't like about it is that there was so much room inside here, it was hard to keep it organized. It didn't have enough straps and stuff in order to keep things in one place. And then the other thing about that is it didn't wear very well. And I mean that from like an aesthetic point of view. As you can see, I don't know if you can see this on the video or not, but it's gotten a little bit of some dirt around the edges. Not super easy to clean. It just wore funny on the sides. I mean, all in all, not that bad. I've had this for 5 or 6 years, and it's been around the world with me. And it packed up pretty small, but it was never this small. It always was fully to the brim. And so now I have decided to upgrade my kit, and I'm going to share with you what that is. Now, the new kit, this is made by a company called Bellroy. I have one of their wallets, which was really nice for a number of years. This one is made from recycled polyester, and it's much more durable. You can feel it on the outside. Like this one here, same kind of material from a durability point of view, but this one just has a lot more structure around it, and it feels a lot more secure. It also packs up quite a bit smaller. So when this thing was, as you can see here, let's try and line them up. They're not that much different in size. I mean, I guess the yellow greenish one, I'm a little colorblind, so I call it green, but it might be yellow. Who knows? Is a little bit taller. But all in all, not too bad. But this one is a little bit smaller, a little bit more compact. The thing that I like about this one is how easy it is to keep organized. All right, so let me go through what I used to have in this old one, and I'll show you what has been upgraded. So in the old one, we'll take these pieces out, we'll get those in a second. You had your one zip pocket that you could close, and you could hold your bits and bobs in there. It's nice for like USB keys or UB keys or whatever you have. And then on the other side, you have a zipper pouch where you could slide in different cables in there, and a couple of pouches here where you can put stuff in. But everything usually just lay in the bottom, which was kind of messy and I didn't really like it. In the new kit, what I like about it is everything has its place. So you have some straps in the middle. You can open it up and see everything that's in there. You have a couple pockets where you can put the bigger items. You've got places for pens. So I have one there, and there is an Apple Pencil that slides into the middle here. I've got my room for my cables on the other side, and everything actually connects with like magnets, and it's really, really secure, which is nice because I can lay it open and I can see everything that's inside it. All right, so now that we've gone through the two differences, let's talk about what's inside the case itself. So this is the stuff that I take with me on every trip. And I found that having my own case with only travel items in it that never leave the travel item things never puts me in a position where I'm like, oh, I took that out and I was using it back at my desk. Having two of everything, especially with cables and stuff, is a game changer because you never end up being on a trip and not having a cable. So first thing, we got a pen. This is a Uniball pen. I'm going to link all of the things below this post here. So if you want a couple of them, you can go and do it. I tested a bunch of pens. This was the nicest pen. I got this from Staples here in Canada. Really, really great pen. Comes in packs of 5. I have these everywhere I go just because I just like how they write. Next, we have, let's see, what do we have next on the list? Next, I have this. I mean, this is one that's specific to me, but this is an RSA key. This key is for security, so it rotates a key every time you need to log in, so it's for my really secure stuff that I need to get. I have a cleaning cloth, so this is just for cleaning screens, cleaning glasses, that sort of thing. I find it invaluable to have a microfiber cloth with you. I got a couple of stickers, so just some cute little Bucky stickers that I can give out and give away. I like keeping them up front on the case here. I like keeping them right here so that I remember to give them away to people. I had them tucked away for a long time and I would never think about giving them. I've got a small container of Advil because I'm now old and everything hurts. So having Advil to be able to pop in once in a while is really great. I have this Apple Watch charger. This is one they don't sell anymore. This is a 0.3 meter one. It's really nice that it's a nice short cable. The longer ones, they do charge with higher voltage. So I find that this one does take a long time to charge your watch. But it's so small, I don't mind. I just plug it in at night. I don't wear my Apple Watch overnight. So I just plug it in at night and it's ready to go in the morning. Then in the top pouch, we have a USB-C to HDMI cable. I carry this so that when I'm staying in Airbnbs and I want to be able to watch my own shows and I don't want to log into their platforms or anything like that, I have the cable. So I just bypass everything. I go straight to the cable and it works 99% of the time. Messing around with AirPlay and all of that sort of stuff, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. Cable, always the better way of going. So we have cable, and then we have a Anker high wattage USB-C cable. USB-C, the connectors are the same, but the cables change and they don't tell you what the cables are. So I spent a bunch of time researching what the best cable that did everything was, and this is the only cable that I use. I will not use any other cable because I don't know. Some of them don't send data, some of them don't send certain wattages. It's a giant mess. Anyways, this is how I saw through it. This is the Anker cable. And then I also have, I have an old school cable here. This is for my Kindle. It's a micro AUSB. It's just kept in there as well if I need to charge my Kindle. Kindle doesn't need to be charged that often. And then I have, what else do I have in here? I've got 2 other small things. There's a tiny little pouch in here, which I only realized when I started making this video and going through it. I didn't even know that pouch was there. I've got a UB key. Now this UB key is for security as well as the RSA key, but this was what I use for my 2-factor. So I have a physical device with me for my 2-factor authentication. And I got an AirTag. This AirTag is so that I don't lose my said case because it's now no longer bright green. It's easier to lose than it was before. All right, so that's the cable side of things. On the other sides of things, I've got a tiny little pouch that I carry all my adapters in. It's just a little canvas pouch that came with my coffee making kit. I'm gonna make a video on my coffee setup as well because I've got a similar thing to this, which means I can have fresh ground coffee wherever I go. I'll show you that afterwards. And I've got a couple of adapters in here. So this one is a USB to regular USB, or USB-A, I guess you would call it. This is really, really helpful. I don't know if you can see that. This is this adapter and it has USB-C on the side. This is really great if you get to a place that has USB, like in a hotel or something like that, but it doesn't have USB-C. So you need to be able to adapt to USB-C. I find these ones really, really helpful. And then I have the opposite, whereas if I have a cable and I don't have a USB connector, this one goes from traditional USB-A to USB-C, so I can go the other direction. And then I got a little USB key here if I have to transfer data or something like that. I don't often use that one that much. All right, and then for a power adapter, so this is what I use to plug in. So this is my wall wart or brick. This is the one from Anker. So it's an Anker wall adapter. It's called the Nano 2. It's 100 watts, so I can charge my MacBook on this. It's super, super compact. It's about half the size of the MacBook built-in one, and it has 2 USB-C ports on it, as well as a USB-A port. So the USB-C ports charge at 100 watts, and the USB-A port charges at 25, I believe. Let's see, 3 amps. 20 volts max out of the USB A port, 80 watt max you can get out of the first one, and then the 2 ports you can get USB-C 93 watts out of both of those. So those are the ones that I use on that. Now finally, I have my extension cord that I bring with me. Now the extension cord, I used to use this extension cord. So this is the extension cord I used to use. It was really great. It has a long cable to it. It has plugs, so you can plug something directly into it. It's got USB-A ports on it, and it worked really, really well. The drawback of this one, it's quite large, it's quite long, which was annoying. The other thing annoying about it is it has the blue LED light on, so if I was plugging it in a dark room, it would light up the whole room. So I usually had to put a piece of tape over top of the blue LED, but also you want to know, is the plug working? So then I have to go and remove the tape to see if the plug's working. Not big deals, but it was something that I needed to do. This one here, this is the new one that I just purchased. This one's great because not only does it have 2 USB-As on the charger itself, but it also has a USB-C on the charger, which is what I looked for, because with this one, I would have to use those adapters that I talked about earlier. This one, I don't need that. It has a plug-in on the top so that you can plug into just like a regular 110, but it also has one on the back. So you have 2 that you can plug 2 things into. Not only that, but it also, when you unwind it, has a third one on the end, and this puts in a double plug, which is awesome. I'm someone who sleeps with a CPAP machine, and it's often one of those things where I'm trying to get the CPAP machine to the place where I need to plug it into, and the CPAP machine is a double prong, so I can put the CPAP machine in the end, have the connector to it, and then use it as a regular extension cord, and it wraps up real tight and nice. Yeah, and that's everything that I keep in my travel kit. I will link a Google Doc below with all of the things that I mentioned in this video. So if you wanted to go check those out, I put some links in there so you can go and find the products. I didn't set up any affiliates or anything with that. For that stuff, I just wanted to share those things with you guys if you guys want to go in and purchase them. Some of them are not available anymore. Like I said, I've had this kit for probably going on 5 years now. I put the whole thing together. One thing I should talk about is what it costs to put the whole thing together. So the kit, everything that I use, that I personally use, and this includes with the Apple Pencil and the RSA key for security, comes to $707. So that's not a cheap thing to have for, traveling. However, if you don't have the Apple Pencil, so don't take an iPad, and don't have an RS key, so you don't have to do any additional security, it comes out to $353. So $353 kind of sets you up with everything that I'm using here. Works really, really well. Easy to carry around. Oh yeah, the one other thing I wanted to mention is I recently upgraded to a new phone. I use iPhone in order to do most of my stuff. And I was on an iPhone 10 for 5 or 6 years. I really didn't have a reason to upgrade. The phone was good enough. I could do all of the things, except that because the software was so much more extra processor, the phone would heat up and then it would go slow on me. That was kind of annoying. That was one of the big things. But the other big thing was USB-C. So now with the new iPhone, USB-C on everything, I can charge things from my iPhone. So I can charge my watch from my iPhone if I plug a USB-C cable into it. But most importantly, it's one less cable in my kit. And that's what kind of allowed me to go down to a smaller kit, is with having a new phone. All right, that's everything for this video. I hope this was helpful to you guys. Again, those things are linked down below. Now, if you want to have more conversations around being a digital nomad, if you want to connect with me, I have a free community. So it's called Expert by Monday. The link is in the description. You can go over there. You may even be seeing this video on Expert by Monday, but it's a free community where we talk about being digital nomads and working in e-commerce. All right, that's everything for me. Thank you very much, guys. Have a great day.